Hi, welcome everybody, it's Mike Newton down here at Lytham Golf Academy. In this video we're going to look and test and review the new King Cobra F8 Driver. So brand new driver from Cobra for 2018. This officially is getting launched in February, early February in Europe anyway. I'm not sure about anywhere else in the world, but in Europe early February. It's stacked with a bit of technology. There's a lot more happening in this and it looks beautiful. First looks at this, it looks really great. So I've got GC2 HMT set up here. Obviously we're going to look at some numbers here, give you guys a little bit of feedback on looks, feel. Obviously we'll look at some numbers in a little bit more detail later on in the video after we hit a few shots, and maybe just give you guys an idea how this driver is going to perform. Okay, so as I put that down by the ball, first instincts I saw when I took the head cover off, which the head cover looks massive by the way, put that down by the ball, it looks great. It sits really square. Obviously that smart pad system they've got on the sole here, which they've done in various previous models there, so wherever you change this neck setting, the head always looks, or the face always looks square at address. And it does, you put that down, it just looks really sort of clean, quite square looking. Sometimes in the 460cc heads, and maybe the ones that are aimed at maybe more the mid to high handicappers, you sometimes see them a bit towed in, that draw bias there, just to, generally helping that left to right ball flight. But this just sits really square. It looks stunning behind the ball. That grey and then the darker carbon grey at the back of it just looks great, really good. Okay, I'm going to give this first one a hit. Okay, I like that flight. Okay, that's beautiful. That felt really good. The sound of that is great. Again, it's that carbon titanium mix. We know from previous other manufacturers it gives a slightly more muted sound there. That's exactly the same there. So, be interested to see some numbers here, because historically with myself, with Cobra, I've always struggled with the spin number. Always seem to be getting a little bit sort of higher on the spin number. So I'm quite intrigued to see how this sort of works for me. Now I have got this set with a 12 gram weight at the back of the head here, so this is promoting a slightly higher launch, slightly higher spin, but I want to maybe give you guys, it's not so much for me here, it's more for you guys out there, which I'm guessing if you're into this sort of model, you're probably going to have it in that setting, which is its most forgiving, most sort of easier option in a way, or setting for you guys to hit. Obviously you can switch that 12 gram into the heel and switch the 2 gram into the back, and obviously more weight in the heel will promote more of that draw biased flight. Now probably the biggest technology or biggest change that stands out to me is the face. Okay, we've got a milled face here, which from my memory I can't think of any other brand of driver that's produced a milled face before. So this is a CNC mill, so it's precision milled here. It's got a circular sort of milling section in the middle, which really sort of highlights the centre of the club face here. So this is what Cobra's saying is providing some more consistent numbers off the club face, off different parts of the club face. You don't really sort of see that milling as you sit it down by the golf ball there, obviously, but it does look really quite striking when you get up close to it. Let's get this next one hit. Okay, now I've leaked that one a little bit to the right there, so I've just seen that pop up a little bit more. Obviously that's more me than the golf club there, just push that off, so I'm still doing right there. 2/8, it's not bad. I mean, struck that really well. Spin's probably going to jump up. Yeah, not much though, so that's pretty good there. Obviously the direction is, again, more me. I've just left that club face a little bit open. Felt really solid. The sound, I'm loving the sound of that off the club face. I'm loving the look of it. We've got those sort of little mounds on the top here, which is obviously breaking up a little bit of airflow over the driver, trying to just squeeze that little bit of speed out of the club head through impact. So obviously they do an 8 plus, F8 plus option here, which is obviously a slightly smaller head. It's the 440cc head. So this one we're testing here is the F8, which is the 460cc. So obviously the larger profile there, but it doesn't look huge. I think because of the grey there, it doesn't look massive behind, it doesn't look a huge footprint. It does feel really light though. That's probably the first thing that really stands out to me. It feels incredibly light. Now the shaft's 65 gram, so it's not massively light, but obviously there is heavier shaft options through custom fit, but it just does feel quite light in my hands here. Get this third one hit. Loving the sound of it. Feels fantastic off the club face. Again, maybe just spinning up a little bit for me ideally here. So possibly with my sort of speed, I'll probably be a little bit more suited maybe into the F8 Plus version, just try and get that spin down a little bit. I can see it just climb a tiny bit there, but it feels superb off the club face, it really does. So we still have the neck setting here that, again, they've done in previous models. So this option in the F8 can change the loft from 9 all the way through to 12 degrees here with some draw options in there also. And then obviously you've got the weights where you can move more into that draw biased or neutral bias. So there's a lot of options there. Again, this really pushes down this custom fit side of things. Again, there's a lot of shaft options. Weight positions, neck settings here to really sort of fine tune it into the flight that you're really sort of looking for, or what is more optimum for yourself here. But again, this carbon head, you know, it looks great, you know, visually, aesthetically behind that golf ball, it looks really, really good. Right, okay, that's a little bit heely. The flight looks stunning. I've got a feeling that'll just drop off a little bit. Yeah, has a little bit. So running out 272. So it wasn't my longest there, but it wasn't horrific. That was a misstrike. That was more sort of slightly low heel there, but it kept its flight pretty neutral there and did all right on sort of distance. Okay, right guys, so let's have a look at some numbers in a little bit more detail and see how that F8 is performing. Okay guys, so let's have a look at some numbers. So club head speed 112, ball speed 158 there. A little bit low on my ball speed there, to be honest. I did catch, let's say that last one there, you can see drops off the launch there, 8.1, caught it low in the face. That's where I'm going to give up a bit of ball speed. You see that drop off there at 155. But didn't get anything in the 160s there, which, I mean, to be fair, it is a cold evening here, so I'm probably not firing all full cylinders at the moment. But launch angle at 10 degrees. See, spin at 3,000, so it is a little bit high for me. Again, this is probably where the F8 Plus would probably suit me a little bit more, but again, this is the whole reason why they offer two different size heads and you know, to try and hit different launches for certain golfers. So peaking out at 32 yards there, carrying average at 259, so you're peaking that around 263, running out roughly 280 depending on obviously your ground conditions. Right there guys, so there we have it, the F8 sort of reviewed and tested. It's a good looking drive, it looks fantastic, there's a lot of technology happening here. I'm loving the colour scheme they've got on here, and this is only available in this one colour now, which I think is a good thing. You know, I think for the stockist side of things, trying to stock 4 or 5 different colour heads, you know, everybody's got a different favourite colour. It was very difficult as a stocking point of view. So I think one colour is great for the retailers, but I think, you know, it's a very classy sort of look. I'm loving the look of it. It's very, very good. They've really upped the game there, Cobra, from previous models. I like the tech. I'm loving that sort of milled face there. You know, as I say, it's got a lot of tech happening here. It's still got the Cobra Connect on the grip end here, which is powered by Arcos. So this is a GPS system which connects to your smartphone. So when you're out on the golf course, you can measure your shots, distance, plot your way around the golf course. And Cobra have actually opened this up and put it through all the irons, all the new F8 irons anyway, and all the other clubs they offer in the range. So you've got a full mapping system when you're out on that golf course. So I think a lot of golfers will like that, and you can get some really good feedback through your sort of shot patterns when you're out on the golf course by you know, using that sort of tracking system. Okay, good driver there. The numbers, probably not right on the number for me, but I know I'm probably more suited to the F8 Plus, which I'm going to review and test shortly. So really excited to see that, and maybe whether that does any differences of numbers for me. But feel-wise, great. Sound, fantastic. Look, nailed on. I think this is a really good drive. Obviously, some good custom options there for golfers out there to really get fine-tuned, which is, again, this is the whole reason you've got to go and get custom fit. I mean, we're going to be doing Cobra again into next year, so we'll, as from February when it's launched, we'll have all the fitting kit here at Lytham Golf Academy. So more than welcome to hook up and come down and see us and maybe get fitted. Okay, thanks very much for watching, guys. Do appreciate watching the videos. Social media platforms are all the links in the description down below if you want to hook up and see our sort of day-to-day running of what we do here at Lytham Golf Academy, through coaching, through fitting, through our Instagram story. We do a lot of activity on there. Do hit that subscribe button, appreciate you hitting that, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.